Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother asarimhotep with the Madhu Mandela Institute for the Advancement of Science and Culture. Today is Sunday, March the 21st, and we are doing part two of our double header for today. Earlier, we had on Professor Ezra Aharon, talking about economics in West Africa and sovereignty. And in part two, we're going to talk about economics, Africa and sovereignty on the state side of things, giving just one example with our special guest, Brother Ron Green, out of West Philly. I think he's out of West Philly. I see him all the time in West Philly. He may be from North Philly. But anyway, all that and more when we return in just a sec. And we are back once again for part two of our uh, Africans and Pan Africanism and economics discussion on this Sunday, March the 21st. And as always, I'd like to shout out everyone who is listening live, and then, of course, those of you who will be catching the archives. And as I mentioned earlier today, we had a powerful interview with Professor Ezra Aharon out of Delaware State University, who wrote several books on one being the Sovereign Psyche: Systems of Chattel Freedom versus Self-Authentic Freedom. That came out in 2016, and Sovereign Evolution: Manifest Destiny from Civil Rights to Sovereign Rights and Pawned Sovereignty, Sharpened Black Perspectives on Americanization, Africa, War, and Reparations. So you can check out that interview on the channel. It is archived, it is up, and so make sure that you check that out and give us some feedback. And of course, today we have our good brother Ron Green. But as always, you can support the channel in a number of ways. One way is to join the Patreon page. That's patreon.com/asarimhotep. And you get to help us out in two ways. One, you get to help keep the channel going and growing. And you also are contributing to the upcoming documentary film called Chiena Into. And this is about a film. This film will be on the relationship between ancient Kemet in terms of culture, language, and kingdom, uh, and Central Africa and West Africa. And so it's going to be a powerful visualization of many decades of research, and you can be a part of that process by showing your support and joining at one of the levels provided then. And uh, and speaking of that, because I'm in Texas for a few months, and I don't have my MIDI keyboard with me. I had to get a little one. I just got a little substitute one here so I can start producing some more tracks for the film and for intros and stuff like this. So if y'all call me and you hear me blast the music and things of that nature, that's because I'm getting down, as I always do, in the music production area. But shout out, peace to Jeremy Cadora, LaDonna Whiteside, and Althea Lasha, and all of you who are on uh, Facebook and is listening live through the asarimhotep page or my government name page, Brother Harold Johnson. Either way it goes, it's all good. And peace and thank you all, saying for joining. So those of you who are listening live, make sure that as always, that's right, like and subscribe for those of you who are new to the channel, and so you can get all the updates every time I upload some madness or I interview one of our powerful scholars and movers and shakers in the world of African power and all the likes. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring in our good brother, the founder and owner of Tribal Apparel Worldwide, and you can check him out and his uh, products and things at Tribes. I'm gonna put the link in, make a little banner real quick so that y'all know while we're having this conversation where to go to purchase some of the products and things. And I'll be throwing this link up all throughout the conversation. So make sure y'all, y'all multitasking, that y'all multitask over to tribestyles.com and, multi-purchase some apparel and some other things. And you got some new headphones on, we're gonna see. And so without further ado, Brother Ron Green, how are you doing, sir?
I'm feeling incredible. I'm grateful to be here, man. I'm excited. I was actually looking forward to this opportunity to be able to build with
All right.
you.
The same here, the same here. And when I first moved to Philly and started going to all of the what do you call it, the Dune Day festivals and things of this nature, I will always see this brother with this big ass red, black, and green flag. Like everybody had flags, but it would be this one brother who would have the biggest, red, black, and green flag, saying walking and marching, all the time. And come to find out, you were behind all of the hella black shirts that you've seen people, wearing across the country, and What's Up African and all this other good stuff. And I'm just seeing you move and shake and whatnot and build. And I know you've expanded a little bit beyond that, and hopefully we can get into that. But I just wanted to start highlighting us who are of a certain mindset that is also, thinking in on the lines of sovereignty and building for, the future and things. And so I'm grateful that you are here. And so for those who don't know, who you are and your story, just kind of introduce yourself. Where are you from? And what motivated you to, you know, first start looking into identifying with African people, and then how, whatever life events or whatnot got you started into the clothing, apparel, and everything that you do. So if you can kind of walk us through that.
All right, so I can definitely do that.
All right.
So first and foremost, I am my name is Chief Ron Green.
Mhm,
Um, I am from Philadelphia.
mhm,
Born and raised.
mhm,
I I grew up with both of my parents in the household. I have
mhm,
two younger sisters who I love dearly. Um, I'm very fortunate to have both of my parents still together and a part of my life. I feel foundation that they were able to secure for me and the efforts that they made to make sure that I would have access to opportunities. I'm infinitely grateful for that, and I know the value that that their attention to detail in that area. I know the value that that has shown itself to have in my life, and I'm utilizing a lot of the things that that I was taught in my childhood to this day me to be able to push forward. So I guess that's the Sankofa vibes. I really when I think back to my childhood, my father was very involved in an integral piece to the puzzle when it came to my pro black mindset and development. My father was very very adamant about me making sure that I maintained family, and he did not want me to date or have children with a white woman. That was like so he was like heavy on. He was unapologetic with that. He didn't care who was around. He would always say, "Look, like black is the best, baby." That's what he always say, like we black, like that's what we do. And I used to like kind of laugh at it sometimes, but I felt him, and even there were times in my childhood where I could come down to the basement, and he would have the record player or the bullet for the famous speech by Malcolm X. And, that was something that impacted my mind greatly very early on, like hearing a self-defined, black man, like operating like a god, like speaking truth to power. And that was just very impactful for me. And I could still like, I could still feel how I felt when I was listening to it all those years ago. But that played a huge in the just in the person that I am today, and the output that you see and that you were referencing in your intro. A lot of things that I do in the community have been translated from those seeds that were planted very early on. So my father was always about giving back. My mother made sure that I was involved in business and grow outside of that of an employee mindset. That was something that was very important, in my teenage and very developmental, like early adulthood years. That was very important for her, and I'm thankful that she did that. But she, like where my father gave me like the pro-black essence and the like the connection to Africa. I mean, he used to have African mass and all types of we had war room, we had it all. He used to make us sit and watch Sankofa the movie. I don't know if any of the people on here remember that movie from back in those days, but Sankofa, he used to make us sit and watch that because he really wanted us to understand like where we come from and the value in remembering our journey and understanding how our choices are going to affect like the future. So we have to like where we come from and who our opposition is and all these things like that. He helped me to like really see that very clearly. And as I was saying before, my mother, she was the one who really instilled the business acumen and the business mindset in me by allowing me to really just explore my options in that way. I mean, even when I was in high school, I had the entrepreneurial hustler spirit. I was selling. I was selling bootleg. I was selling Rolexes. I was selling Movados. I'm selling, all the stuff that people want. I was selling that stuff. I mean, I'm selling this stuff in high school. I'm walking around with a case of watches. Like I ain't had a jacket like Hustle Man, but I had the leather case with the watches. But like it all started like very early on for me when it comes to the pro-black mentality and approach to a Pan-African union and the business were like began developing very early on for me. And today I've been able to marry the two. I've been able to marry the two in a very beautiful way. And that is through my brand, Tribe Worldwide Apparel. When I first started my brand, it was named What's Up African Apparel Company. And that was because What's Up African is something that people say over like in the Bay Area and things of that in areas like that. But they, if you're familiar with the history of that area, of course, you got a lot of very heavy Black Panther activity that was going on out there. A lot of the very developmental aspects of the movement took place in those regions. So the seeds of that movement are there now. The children of these people who were freedom fighters and activists in that area of that time, these things like this is the remnant here, saying, "Yo, what's up, African?" Oh man, like man, he tripping. I don't know what's up with that African man. I don't know. Like that's like normal lingo for people out there. So when I heard that, when I heard Marshawn Lynch say that, because he's from that area, and I heard him say that back in 2015, like on national TV, he said, "What's up, African?" That was the coolest. That was like the coolest shit I ever heard. So it hit me. I need to put that on a shirt. I need to be able to help. I felt when I first heard that, and that was what I was able to capitalize on in that way, is showing people, that it's all right to understand, to acknowledge our connection to the motherland. Like, it's all right to be African. It's perfectly fine to identify with our origins, our places of origin. Now, obviously, many of us do not know where we come from specifically in the continent. That life started there. So I feel like that's a great and very solid starting point, and that's why I built my entire movement and brand off of that notion. So, What's Up African Apparel was born January 31st of 2015. Um, and from there, we just kind of grew. That was the only thing that I was pushing, but it wasn't until May of that year, May of 2015, at the Roots Picnic in Philadelphia, where I debuted the Hella Black, Hella Proud shirt. Yeah, but that was where I debuted the Hella Black, Hella Proud shirt. And this, when I designed this shirt, I was very, I can't lie, I was very anxious about putting it out, because at that time there weren't many fashion brands that really spoke to Black people in that way, in a very unapologetic approach. Um, and that is what I felt was necessary. So I jumped on it. I I was a little apprehensive on receive it, because just like I know that even though many of us who identify as Black or African American or whatever variation we identify with, um, there are many of us who are uncomfortable with outwardly identifying and showing pride in that, and for whatever reasons, it may be for whatever the reason is, people maybe feel a negative connotation associated with that, pro Black, and that's really what I wanted to be able to turn on its head with this movement. So Hella Black, Hella Proud came out in May of 2015, and since that date, it's been on. Like this has really been the most powerful aspect of the entire brand. The movement is taking me across the country and to different parts of the world, where I've been able to connect with people because of what we started here.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And
Um,
it's a lot to
yeah,
unpack,
yeah,
uh, which you just said, and from the importance of, one, how the two parent home system, gave you, from a masculine and feminine perspective, a kind of a well balanced guidance. One,
mm,
in terms of your heritage foundation, and then and the other in terms of your business acumen, and how that love and knowledge, saying, help to produce someone like, saying you in your situation. And then two, and this is one of the things that I wanted to highlight, is that in order to be successful in the world, we don't have to run away from our culture. And matter of fact, if we intend to reach the ideals that we have, it is imperative that we run and build off of our
Hmm.
culture. And
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I see with you. And so, just tell us, to from the Hello Black t-shirts, what how has that how has your brand expanded? And so what other items, have you been able to develop now, just starting off with that initial t-shirt of the What's Up African and the Hello Black?
So what we've been able to accomplish as a company, and when I say a company, this is like a fully like black owned, family owned and operated business. So I
Mhm.
like I love to be able to say that. Like I work with my family. Like my mom is a part of this. Like a lot of times, if any customers, if any tribe members have issues with their orders or they have questions about what we got going on, my mom is typically the one answering those emails. So
Mhm.
like that's dope. Like and like you said, you've been to events. So when we do live events and we're vending, my family is right there. They are actually the ones who are helping to push the brand and push the culture forward in that way. Like so, it's like it's been beautiful to not have to even go outside of the family structure because we have like everything that we've needed to this point in
Mhm.
house. So it's been beautiful. But as far as what we've been able to really accomplish and produce, um, just all right. So let me start here. It's important, and this is definitely important for any business owners who are watching. Especially if you have a brand, a fashion brand, or any type of brand. But it's like once you understand, once you've been in business for any amount of time, a few months, maybe a year or so, you get an idea of what your most popular offerings are. Like you do some analytics and you look at what have people been gravitating to the most. Like so for me, I've brought out many different slogans and designs through my brand, and they've all had their own levels of notoriety and popularity amongst the tribe members and everything. But Hella Black, Hella Proud has shown itself to be the most powerful offering that we have. Hella Black, Hella Proud has shown itself to be the most profitable offering that we have. We
Mhm.
have sold more of these shirts than any of our other shirts. And like I said, our other shirts have had their times where they have been very appropriate for maybe the social climate
Mhm.
of that period of time.
Mhm.
Um, like I have shirts, like I have a shirt that says "Protect Black Queens by any means." So
Mhm.
I find that there's like an influx of orders for those shirts when when there's any types of issues concerning black women in the media. Anytime a black woman has been mistreated and done wrong or something of that nature, people feel like they want to go ahead and express themselves that way. But we're black all the time, 24/7, 365. So it's like hella black, hella proud. This is how we feel. This is a vibe. This is how we feel all the time. Regardless of what's going on. I love being black. I love the culture and the experiences that we share in. Obviously we have plenty of things that could be looked at as a negative aspect. I mean, or from a negative aspect. But on the other side, things that we can look to where we see our ability to be resilient and we can see our the power of our creativity, especially under these many times under duress and pressure. We're able to just innovate, and that is something that's very inspiring to me. And that is really those are the things that make me feel confident enough those are the things that made me feel confident enough to bet on Black completely with my company. Like
mm,
my customer base, large Black. We're African Americans, African people in the UK, like people in Australia, people in it's Black. We're everywhere. And that was
mm,
really what prompted me to change the name of the company to Tribe Worldwide Apparel Company from What's Up African, because
yeah,
we are in the diaspora, and I wanted to kind of have a more inclusive feel when it comes to that. So, but being all sharing in the diaspora, like no matter where we are, we're typically aware of our Blackness. Like white people and others, like they can walk through life, typically, and it's just like, oh, these are just people. But like
mhm,
Black people, we're aware of our Blackness. Like there's a constant reminders. So like I said, we're Black 365,
yeah,
24/7, and hella Black, hella proud is like, it's a vibe that's necessary,
mhm,
because there's so many that if you allow it could bring you down and make you feel less than and make you feel like there's nothing to look forward to. And I'm heavy on the motivation and inspiration. That's what I'm about. So I want us to feel inspired and feel like we have something to look forward to when it comes to being Black, and the conditions that we currently are in, and our prospects of improving those. I want us to feel encouraged. So hella Black, hella proud, is just a full expression
mhm,
of like the greatness of our ancestors. I'm proud of that. It's understanding like who we are currently, and the power that we possess to move ourselves into a more positive and higher ground, when it comes to our position in the world. Like we're here standing with it, like we are holding up the mantle right now. I'm many of us, like people like yourself, like I'm proud of you. Like this is like what we're doing. You've created a platform, come and build and express ourselves and share in concepts that can actually like propel people to a higher ground, in their individual lives, as well as collectively. We building. So this is I'm proud of this. Like I'm proud that we can actually do this. And
mhm,
like all these things, this is what has like really inspired and fueled the hella Black, hella proud movement. So just from transitioning from this shirt to hoodies, natural. But then I'm like, you know what? I want to give us more, because Black people, we like to be fashionable. We like flavor. We like to look fly. So like like I've got some things behind me,
mm,
that I've done. Like these are like windbreakers right here. This is a windbreaker that I brought out last year. Um, but I wanted to, like really start getting into the fashionable aspects. So it's just like the detailing and everything. So that you're not just, it's like we're bigger than a t-shirt company. We are a full on fashion, proud of that, because there's a lot of people who, start small and stay small. But it's like I always want to be progressive in my motions when it comes to, the business of Black excellence. So
mhm,
like making sure that we have like actual tags sewn
mhm,
in. All this stuff is like important, because Black people, we deserve nice things, and we want to feel confident in the brands that we support. Is like very intentional with the brand. Like even this year, this past winter, I brought out like the first pro Black winter gear, like the first pro Black. Come on, an
mhm.
Arctic Expedition jacket back here. Let
I
me show
see.
you this. Arctic Expedition jacket back here with a black fist with a snowflake. Come on, man. You can't find it nowhere else. You can't find it nowhere else. It's all about giving
Indeed.
people more of what they want. That is where we found our success, is just understanding and looking at the trends. Okay, y'all love hella Black, hella proud. I'm gonna put that on everything. I'm gonna give y'all hella Black, hella proud that much more. So even your children, your children, your little babies. As soon as they pop out the oven, they pro-black. As soon as they pop out. All right, so and then like I said, it's about diversifying and expanding on the things that people love. So you see, I have the black T-shirt on, but we also make sure that we offer a variety of colors be available right now. But if you go to the site, then you'll see the ones that are available. But these are just some of the variations that we've had of the brand, just because we understand that we need to give people what they want. So that's really, I mean, even down to the
You
side.
you you forgetting your Beats by
Oh,
Hella Black, you know.
oh yeah, that's coming. Yeah,
Let,
I'm about to
let's,
rap. I was gonna rap with that because
you know.
even the bags, I like
Uh,
we working on the travel
all
gear,
right.
the and then yeah, these are the newest addition to the Hella Black Color Proud collection. These are the Vibes by Tribe headphones. Yeah, I know
Uh,
y'all seen the Beats by Dre. You know what I'm saying? And that was inspiring to see a black man, get in the game and use his name to capitalize, on a moment. And I felt like that's the same vibe that we on with this. But
yeah.
this is unapologetically black. This is unapologetically only difference. This for us, and I'm not afraid to bet on black like this.
All
Like
right.
Beats by Dre is marketed to everybody. This is for us. But I
Uh,
believe in us.
indeed, indeed.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
definitely gonna have to. So when I'm producing my music, uh,
Oh,
I don't uh, I don't disturb the neighbors,
yes, sir.
and I can make some vibes with my vibes, headphones. And so
Yeah,
yes, those are definitely coming in
yes,
the works. And
yes,
so
sir.
you also uh, created this entity called the Infinity Center,
Yes.
and I want you to let us know about what it is and how or what was the motivation saying behind the Infinity Center.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for asking that. Infinity Center is a project that I'm very passionate about. This is a piece of real estate that we invested in almost 2 years ago now on Lancaster Avenue in West Philly. We're on 4335 Lancaster Avenue for the people who are in the city, if you're familiar with that area. Um, but the motivation behind it was to have a space could come and do our thing, but it's like, let me back up. Let me back up. All right,
Hmm.
like me as an as a brand owner, as a vendor, I've been to many vending events. So I've been in a lot of different venues in the city and outside of the city. Where people, various event planners have planned for some type of marketplace of some sort, and some of the places were very nice, but then I've been in some places that were not so nice. I've been in some places, that weren't very conducive to the things that we wanted to do while we were in them. Um, I've also been involved in some event planning myself. So, when it comes to the renting of certain event spaces and the accessibility of those spaces and the condition of those spaces, the cleanliness of those spaces, even the location, you know, and the accessibility. All these things are what like really played a part in the inspiration to begin down this path of owning this space we call the Infinity Event Center. I wanted to have a nice place where we could come together and do our thing, whatever that looks like. So as you can see, from the gallery, we've had a variety of different types of events. We packed the place out countless times, and it's really been a beautiful thing to be able to come together with the community and like I said, have somewhere that's like nice. It smells good in there. It feels good in there. The floors are clean. They're not sticky and stuff when you walking in.
Mhm.
Like you've got somewhere that's well lit. You've got somewhere where the sound, the sound is good for performing. All like I said, all these things this is what went into this process. It's just taking a step back and looking at what do we need, what do we what do we need, instead of just doing what I want to do. It's like, let me think outside of myself. It's like, how could I add to the community? How could I provide a resource?
Mhm.
So I wanted not only for us to be able to come together and do events and things, but I also wanted to have my own space where if we want to come together and talk about some revolutionary Black Power stuff, we ain't got to worry about paying no money to some white man who owns the building or something. Like, look, we gonna come in here, we gonna talk how we want to talk, and we can talk all night if we want to. We ain't got to leave, because why? Because this is my spot. So we're in here, and I understand like the time that we're in and what must be done. So if I'm linked up with people who are also operating in that vein, then this spot, like my space, is your space. So I open it up and I offer that to the people who are doing the work in the community. If you need a space if you need a space to meet up and have these types of conversations, because we do a lot of talking online, but
Mhm.
online conversations can be infiltrated. So like I said, I wanted to be intentional. Let's have a place where we can come and we can build to ourselves. We can build with ourselves. No cell. We don't have to have cell phones. We don't need none of that. We can come in here and talk amongst ourselves. So yeah, all of these things like that I just mentioned is like really like that was the driving force. I wanted us to have a space for ourselves
All right, and it's a really
to
dope
do
space.
whatever it is that we want to do. And thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
now obviously, the purpose of any business enterprise is to make funds, is to make money.
mhm.
So that is the beautiful aspect of it, is that the rentals and that people that the rentals for events and things of that nature that come consistently through our advertising and everything, they allow me to have this space for the other things that I want to do for the community. If there's any type of like revolutionary activity and operations that need to take place and need to be coordinated, we can do it here. So it's like serving dual purposes, and it's just I'm very grateful that we were able to pull it together in the last 2 years.
Indeed, indeed. And this is exactly what I want to kind of highlight and promote is starting off with a seed idea and then expanding that, making that work, and then allowing that to help fund other endeavors that can saying not only grow that brand, but even something else, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
diversifying and
Yeah.
even getting into like I encourage not everybody, but those who have the acumen to probably get into real estate
Mm-hmm.
and some other kind of an investing or whatnot, so you can again diversify your portfolio so that you can start making these types of institutions
Yes, sir.
happen. And so West Philly is like there's every well every major city that has a group of black folks in it, in great numbers, has that one side of town that has all the cultural
Mm-hmm.
uh what I'm
Yeah.
saying, like that's just
Yeah.
a cultural center and a cultural
Yeah.
hub. And
Mm-hmm.
for Philly is West Philly. And in Houston, where I'm from, is the third ward. And
Yeah.
um and it's just nice, that like I can just walk, saying, to the Malcolm X Park, and it'd be
Mm.
a festival going down. I'm just, just a few blocks,
Yeah.
saying, from the street, and you have these centers or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and just folks, and just now I've been going to Philly since the early 2000s, and I just decided to move like in 2013, 2012, 2013. And uh like, people don't understand, like, unless you come from like the Bible Belt, in certain areas, like,
Yeah.
and I tell Sanjetti this all the time. Matter of fact, he says, what up, in the chat, right now, brother Sanjetti, also from Philly.
What's up, African?
Uh, um, that you just don't understand, like how good, even though it's very diverse cultural wise as far as black folks, just on a normal basis, just to see a
Mm,
sister walk by with locks and people walking around with unks and RBG
yeah.
flags. And like, it's not even an event. It's just they just going to get something to eat down the, what I'm saying, down the store or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, like
Yeah.
unless you lived in other parts of the country, you won't know. Like, you just take it for granted. But it's that type of environment that produces what you're seeing here, on the screen here, in the form of brother Ron Green and his family. And so you have to create the culture and create the institute so that it's going to be someone young. You don't know who they are, but they're going to go to an event. They're going to remember
Yeah.
that, yeah, we used to
Yeah.
go to the Infinity Center, and we used to vibe out here. So this inspired me to go do this and this, and you've created the environment, saying, for a whole, kind of movement, just like back in the day in Philly when, like, Jill Scott and the Roots, and everybody used to come,
Yeah.
and do the whole
Yeah.
Lily and all that other kind of, like, there was just the vibes, there, and that
Mm,
grew into a whole, saying, movement, just in these types of corners.
yeah.
And so you see that, in that you see it, and the potential to expand in Philly in great numbers. And I know uh, the COVID, has kind of slowed everybody down for, all of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
but hopefully, as things,
Yeah.
is opening back up, people will come out more, and support and help and continue to, saying, this to grow and things. And it
Yeah.
is, so I'm very proud of you, and
I appreciate it.
don't know you that well to be like, but I'll be promoting, be like, yo, you need to hop on and get some of this. And so
Thank you.
I like seeing what you're doing. So now the question is, in the few moments that we have left,
Mm-hmm.
what are your plans? Like, I don't even know if I should ask that, because I'm kind of a
Oh,
keep
that's
it in
cool.
silence, what I'm saying. But what do you, it just show up when it's done, like, what up,
Yeah.
but
I like that
what are your plans that you're
too.
willing to share, you know, um,
Okay.
for you and the fam?
All right. Yeah. So, I mean, so something that's coming up very soon, May 19th. May 19th. We so I don't know if anyone who's watching is familiar, but May 19th is Malcolm X Day, and yeah, May 19th is Malcolm X Day, and we started a Malcolm X festival, a Malcolm X celebration, a Malcolm X Day celebration a few years back. I think it's about 5 years. What's about 5 years now? 4 years ago? 5 years ago, I think. Yeah. We started I was online one day, and somebody in DC was organizing Malcolm X Day. And they were organizing an effort to claim Malcolm X Day. And I thought that was just super, super, super dope. Like just like a really um it's like that was like I felt like that was one of the most unapologetically black things you could do is create your own black power holiday. So I'm like, yo, you know what? We don't have a Malcolm X Day celebration in Philadelphia that I'm aware of. So let's start one. Let's
Mhm.
do it. So I got with my comrades, and we actually started to promote. And man, we had a great turnout the first year. We built on that second year, and here we are, 5 years like this is our 5th year, and we're going to be in Malcolm X Park. As long as things are, as long as restrictions are kept to a minimum, we'll be out in Malcolm X Park on 52nd Street, 52nd and Pine, and we're going to be doing our thing. But just stay connected with me on Facebook, and I will make sure that y'all are updated. My Facebook name is Ron Green. Very simple. Just find me at Ron Green. You'll see me on the profile. But that's like our big event that's coming up. Outside of that, as far as the brand goes, these headphones, they are the Vibes by Tribe are available for pre-sale right now. So I want y'all to just go ahead and put your order in now, because on the 31st I will be putting that order in to my manufacturer, and then the headphones will be delivered to me, and then I will make sure that they get directly to you. Now, another item. It's just a little treat for the people who are watching, because I appreciate y'all being here and sharing this experience with me. Just giving me any amount of your time is something that I'm very grateful for, and I don't take that for granted. So yeah, this is something that I'm actually working on. Nobody has seen this outside of the brand, but this is a new piece that we're working on. Africa's Originals sweatsuit right here, a tracksuit. Just playing off of the Adidas vibe. Y'all can see that right there with the Africa on it, like the continent, very prominent. And this is the back of the garment right here. Just make sure y'all can see all of that. It's like,
Nice.
yeah, and I got pants to match. You know what I mean? So then I got the pants. It's a full look. It's a full look. So the tracksuit, this is actually like one of my dopest creations to date. I'm really proud of this. But yeah, working with my manufacturer and everything, we're getting like a few little kinks worked out with the pieces and everything as far as sizing goes, and material costs. But outside of that, these are coming up next, and then I've got a few other things too. But I saw someone asking about Tribe hoodies. I actually have I have these hoodies that are available right now. I saw somebody say I didn't see the Tribe hoodies, but I've got the, and these are dope because they've got the camo. It's the camo, but then we've got the orange accents, and the inside of this hood is all satin. I made it like this because this hoodie is made for Black people. I want to make sure that when you put your hood up, that the fabric is not sucking all of the moisture out of our hair, because that's what it does. So I was very intentional with this. Put the satin in the hood, so when you take your hood, put it on, take it off, especially me, if you got your waves flowing, or you got your coils and your curls going, whatever the case may be, you don't want them looking dry when you get to wherever you're going. Pull your hood back, you're still fresh. So that's what this is about. It's just all the detailing, even down to the tag. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says Tribe on there too. So we were like I said, we very intentional. And something that I didn't highlight is the meaning of tribe. For my brand, the meaning behind tribe is an acronym. The acronym is to rule in Black excellence. So anytime you wear Tribe Worldwide apparel, this is what you're carrying with you. This is the vibe that you're stepping out in. Like, that is the goal of our company, is to encourage and inspire more and more Black excellence in all the forms that it could take on. So just so y'all could see, even on the sleeve, we got it right there. Just so you know what time it is. So in this hoodie comes in black, red, and the camo. So if y'all see what I did, it's red, black, and green. All right. So that's, you know what I mean? That was, because it's all for us. Yeah. So I'm bringing out more colors and everything, but that was like our first offering right there. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just staying in my creative zone. I'm just filling my head with more information and learning the market. And I'm just looking to keep progressing. So that's it. Oh yeah, but I do want to encourage everyone, if y'all haven't looked into into the cryptocurrency market, that is something that Black people need to tap into, because this is a storehouse of wealth that we can get in at a low, like at a low level cost. So
Yeah.
I'm talking like very low. So I just want us to like be open to the cryptocurrency and just researching that. I could definitely share some information. So if y'all, just friend request me on Facebook, uh, I can definitely like point you in the right direction. I have some great resources that I've been using to help me make the right investment choices for myself and my family. And they've actually been paying off very nicely. So, like we mentioned earlier, diversifying our assets and making sure that we have multiple streams of income is the main, that's what we need to be doing in our families and individually.
Indeed, very, very, very powerful. And if you agree that this has been a powerful interview, I'm gonna need you to that's right, like
Yeah,
and share this video. And for those of you who aren't subscribed, subscribe, to the channel. And that's a photo I took, at a Dune Day. So three beautiful
nice.
sisters um, at a Dune Day. And yeah, man, I just can't say enough. I'm very proud of you, and I look forward to seeing the expansion and growth of your company, um, and the inspiration and effect. Now I'm going to have to put together an event at your location as well, and
I,
and
I got you.
so I'll be getting with you sometime in the fall to see what can be done. And it's just an honor to have you here. And let me share your links again before we go. So make sure that y'all hit up, tribestyles.com for all the apparel and headphones. Can they make the pre-orders on the site now, or they have to go through you directly, like on Facebook or something like that, or can they send an
Yes,
email?
sir. Yeah,
Okay.
you can the headphones. Yep, you can find the headphones in the accessory section on the site. They're in the
All
accessory
right.
section on the site.
And to find
Yep.
out, what events are going on at the Infinity Center, or if you want to rent it out, uh, this is the link. So make sure that y'all jot that down. And I think I have both of those in the description. But if I don't have this one, I know I have the other one. I think they both in the description, but just in case, I'll make sure that it's there. So when you're sharing this video with all your friends and family, they can just hit that on the description and go straight to the website itself. So I just want to thank you very much, good brother. Can't wait to be back in the city and see you again. And
Yes, sir.
if you have any last words, I've given you the floor.
Well, wow, I appreciate that. That's heavy. Once again, I just want to reiterate how grateful I am to you for sharing your platform and sharing your time with me
Mhm,
on this Sunday. It's a beautiful day today, and I'm just very grateful, to be able to share in all this awesomeness with you.
mhm.
Yeah, so I thank everyone for joining us, and I really hope that you got something of value out of what I presented, and I just want you to know that you know something that I was talking about today is that every family needs a CEO. Every family needs a COO. Every family needs a CFO, like a chief financial officer. We all we have to start looking at family, especially in the Black community, as business. Family is the
Mm,
first order of business. We got to take care of home. We got to make the effort to build relationships or rekindle relationships with those who are closest to us. If you don't have that option, then build with the people who are around you. But just start getting
exactly.
information so that we can really be in position to start taking advantage of some of these opportunities that are currently presenting themselves to us and the ones that are yet to come. I just want us to be prepared, and really start to take pride in being organized and having a plan. It's like, so I want us to be intentional. And I know that those of us who take part in these principles will see some level of success, whatever that looks like in your mind. So, yeah, family first order of business, family first.
Indeed, and you proud to have you as part of the global African family,
Yes, sir.
and then part of the Mbongi family here. And so that's what we're going to expand. I'm probably do I should do because I have my camera and everything, and
Hmm.
you may have seen me more so in the photography context,
Yeah,
but now I'm gonna start doing the interviews and putting the segments and stuff together. So we're going to do this again, but it's going to be I'm gonna be with the as the cameraman. I'm gonna have a camera
nice.
person and interview you,
Oh
and it's gonna
yeah,
look it's
I'm
gonna be
ready.
dope. So
I'm ready.
just get prepared. Uh, so we
Yeah, it's
taking
gonna be
over.
live. That's lit. All
uh,
right.
so I appreciate everyone for listening, and for everybody who has made themselves known in the chat for your comments and questions, and of course thanks to Brother Ron Green, Chief Ron Green, I should say, for blessing us with his story, and hope it inspires you all to do what's on your heart and what's on your mind. Um, in relation to the growth of your family and African people worldwide. So, with that said, I am always, you can find me on social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube. And of course, my website. You can visit our guest's website again. His links are tribestyles.com and infinitephilly.com. So make sure y'all check that out. And so, with that said, um, until next time, and we are out.